Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Rich. All right, welcome to the video. So, I saw this as a request, I think yesterday, and I didn't really know just by name who Akira Toriyama was. As soon as I looked up the art, I was like, oh, okay, the Dragon Ball Z artist or creator. I'm not 100% sure. So, first things first, I'm going into this video with really no knowledge of his art or really anything about this other than the fact that I think visually sometimes I can recognize his work, but I'll apologize in advance if I'm looking at stuff that isn't his work and I don't know it, because I really don't know it. But I wanted to see it, so I looked around online. I was able to find a couple of things, and this book is amazing. It looked like it might have had a few different artists in it. So, again, my knowledge base is so slim on it. But anyway, let's get into full screen mode and check this out. Because I did a dry run of the video, not on purpose, but I shot like 15 or 20 minutes. And as I was working through it, I was like, man, I don't think all of this art is his art. And so, because I didn't say it in the front end of the video, it would have been frustrating, I think, for people watching it, going like, this isn't even his art. Like, what are you doing? So now you know that I don't know. I like the cover. I love the designs. I mean, I was really kind of gushing over all the art in this book. It's really, really cool stuff. And there was some stuff that was in black and white that I think was a different artist, like a cartoon, kind of like a strip, but they were single page strips. They were so fun looking. But I like really, really cartoony art. I mean, I'm a big fan of it, to be honest. So stuff like this is just, I dig it, you know. This is so cute. Yeah, it's just fun art. The funny thing is, with this stuff, because I've tried it myself, you'd be surprised how time-consuming cartoony stuff can be. You're not going in and rendering the shit out of things, but everything you put down has to be pretty thoughtful, and in particular if you're coloring it on your own too, it can really stack up hours, you know. I think sometimes, you know, if you're learning to draw in particular, you look at something like this and you go, oh, well, this will be way easier. I'll go for something like this. And then you realize that because there's so little down, you really have to very accurately place things down, or it just won't have the magic. I don't know, obviously, a lot about this. I was going to say, I don't know what year Dragon Ball Z kind of started to come out. It looks kind of 80s to me. Maybe mid 80s. I'm really not sure. Could be late 80s. I'm trying to think. It looks, yeah, I'd say maybe like 85 or 86. I'm totally guessing, but just based on the designs and stuff, it could even be early 90s. Nah. Because I think back and I go, well, like, what would have been going on in like 1982, or what would have been going on in like this year? And it's like, this looks a little tiny bit more advanced than that in terms of the design. Yeah, like 1986 seems like a kind of a decent guess. Maybe not. I saw a thing, but look, it was online. So the headline was, kids today, they don't Google stuff to find out information. They go to TikTok to get answers to like things, you know. But I'm reading a blurb and then I'm quoting it. I don't know who the fuck said that. How do they know kids go to TikTok to get, you know, historical information or whatever? So, it's just one vicious circle of misinformation going on in the world. I tell you something incorrect, you go, I heard Rich said this. Dragon Ball Z definitely came out in 1985. Like, what video games were out at this time? Because it all does kind of tie in. I'm trying to think. There were some pretty wild designs, though. Yeah, maybe 1981, 82. I mean, you had Star Wars in the late 70s. That influenced everything. I mean, everybody got excited about um, fantasy and science fiction, I think, from that. And then it turned into all this other stuff. I really, really like this stuff. I think it's really cool. God, this character is awesome. Man, that's cool. Yeah, really, the more I've been penciling, people kind of ask me, they'll go like, who are you influenced by? Who are you looking at? Like, what's going on? I'm honestly, I'm literally just like, bring it all on. I don't even care. If me seeing this influences a drawing 2 weeks from now, so be it. If something way cartoony like this and the pants and stuff like that, that could affect my art. I don't know. I don't care. As long as I sit down and try to do my best, it's just gonna come out. So it's not a bad way to sort of think about it instead of being so hyper focused on like, so and so does this and this is what I want to do. It's a nice pouch. Like my pouch education has been fulfilled. I like the angle that it's at. My phone, if I start getting a bunch of texts, I don't want it vibrating. Yeah, that's actually really good. I like that a lot. See, there you go. I just picked up another thing that just a nuance that if I were to make a different call, now I'll go, oh, but it really did look good with the pouch turned to that angle. Maybe mine would be more tilted down or more pulled to the front. Not anymore. I just learned a new trick. That's how it happens. Trick acquired. Bing! I saw some, they were online. It was like motorcycle and bike drawings last night. I was like checking them out and seeing how they handle the spokes. I don't really have to draw that right now, but it's always, that can be a handful of tricky stuff to do. I would guess that all of this stuff is hand colored, meaning like, well, when I say hand colored, usually I mean traditionally. It might not be, but it looks like it might be. It's very, very cool. Yeah, it's really nice. So, and this is interesting too, because I've said a few times that I've been doing like Blaster Kid fan art, meaning that I just like, I'm a fan of the world that I've created and I like to explore it because it's so new and it really will be very new and fresh for many years. It takes a long time to build a universe, and if whatever you're a fan of, if you're a fan of the X-Men or Batman or Superman, you know how like we can look at the history of these characters, how they evolve, and it's there's a charm to it. Like, oh man, like you ever see like what this character looked like back like the first couple of years it was being drawn, and then it turned into this other thing. It's exciting, but I'm always amazed, like when I look at, in particular, like Japanese and European artists, but Japanese is kind of comes to mind first. Is like you get those art books, and it'll be someone that's done this huge body of work on like Ghost in the Shell, and then they have like hundreds of other drawings that are basically kind of Ghost in the Shell stuff, but not really a part of the comic or that. And I like that, and so for me, with my own book character and universe, I like the idea of doing that, just creating a lot of imagery that just feels like that world. Some stuff might be early iterations of characters that I'm developing, and you need to spend a little time with them before you get the final designs on them. But it's exciting. The more that I draw stuff, the more that it lines up, the universe sort of settles in, and you could do that with your own ideas too. Don't think that your first ideas might be like the concrete is hardened. It can be more pliable. This is pretty crazy. Again, very, very cartoony drawing, but he's putting this gear and stuff like that at really good angles. The belt buckle, this stuff, this little guy holding the gun. It's deceivingly simple, yet expertly done. This is a nice upshot. Both of these. That'll get you upshots, down shots. Oh, that's cool. Well, I hope that this is Akira's work. If not, we'll celebrate whoever's work this is in the comment section, I'm sure. And if you have more recommendations, please let me know. I saw the person that posted the links to the Keith Giffen books. I'll get to that. It's a little, even this is a little out of order, but I was so curious to see who Akira Toriyama was, and then when I saw it, I was like, this is so different. I want to do it now. This is a palate cleanser. This little guy's awesome. And again, the weapon is at a great angle. That really is a big takeaway on this video, because it would be very easy to just have something kind of coming straight up and down, you know, like this, behind him. This is way cooler. Oops, sorry, I meant to go in. Boy. Oh man, it's really cool. I love this. Oh, this is so nice. This is cool. This looks like more like a house style art, meaning that it's like an animation team put this together. I could be wrong, but it sort of looks like the characters, but yet not the artist. Now the thing is, see, man, I'd only be guessing. It looked to me like there was definitely a comic book series. I found it a little tricky to. I was looking on Internet Archive, and they were all books that you could check out like through the library. So I couldn't really look through them very much, but it did look like there was a comic series. So I don't know if these pieces, which this I assume is Akira Toriyama's work. I don't know the circumstances of what these pieces were drawn for. I can't read the text to even get my feet grounded in terms of it. But this, to me, doesn't look like his drawings. I could be wrong. See, this looks like, again, this looks like animation stills. It has a little bit of a different vibe. Okay, so let's pass these. This looks like his art. Like this. But it could be it could be animated. This is a really cool drawing. Actually, I know a couple of people that I think are influenced by this artist. Seeing this work now, I'm like, it's reminding me of some people that I know, their work, which is cool. This is great. This is awesome too. Really, really cool. I like the this effect right here. And then this is great. This is some nice figures laying down right here. This one in particular is really good. This guy feels like he's floating a little bit. He's really, really big, but he kind of flattened out, and he looks like he's lifted. It's fun. Really, really cool designs. Very distinct. This guy's crazy. Whoa. That's so wild. Oh, let's zoom in on that a little bit more. Man, these are awesome. Look at this. This is great too. Oh, there's so much good art out there. This reminds me of Rugrats. Rugrats gone bad. Okay. Who knows? Maybe this is more of a Dragon Ball Z video. Whoa, what's that? That's weird. The statue just fell in my backyard. How the fuck did that thing fall? Okay, that was completely bizarre. We have like a 2 or 3 foot statue of like a creepy angel thing. It just took a dive. Wow, that was weird. It sounded like a gardener putting a trash can down or something, but that's weird. How is something sit in your backyard for 2 or 3 years and then all of a sudden just fall over when it's on flat cement? Please tell me. This is how like horror movies starts. Jacob's Ladder. What I don't realize is I actually died last night in my sleep, and I'm not really here. I've entered the Matrix. All right, what do we got? This is cute. Wow, that's really cool. Again, I'm slightly not convinced that this is Akira's drawing. It just looks like the character is drawn by someone else, but I could be totally off on this. Just based on what I've seen of his art, it feels a little different. It could be though. Just it's like maybe the inks and stuff like that are making it feel different. See, this says Kenosuke-sama, so it probably isn't. Some of this feels more like his work, like this does, these do. He's got a distinct style. I mean, you can definitely, if I'm right on what I'm guessing, you can just tell, like he's got a very classic, like almost well, to me, like an American cartoon style, like Doonesbury, Hagar the Horrible, just the way the pen and ink is, even Charles Schulz to some extent. There's other things going on too, but some of his ink lines and stuff like that remind me a little bit of classic like American cartoons. Man, this is great. Man, that is so kick-ass. Wow. Man, that is so cool. When I go to pick up the statue, there's going to be like a hellhound out there. Some undead dog is going to like greet me. And then I'm going to realize this is a new adventure in my... The only thing that would make her outfit funner is if it said bulimia. Just kidding. That's not funny. All right. What do we got? What do we got? Bam. H-Bond. Wow, this is cool. Hell yeah, sticker sheet. How fun is this? This dude can draw so good. Man, these are great. Well, I really appreciate this art. I have to say that the stuff that I believe is Akira is really, really good. Really good. This is like some ad clippings. Some of these pieces may be his work. This looks like it is. Oh, is that it? Okay, I'll open a few more. Um, like I said, this stuff I don't think is him though. This is what I was looking at on the first video that I scrapped. I'll just grab a few of these. This is really nice stuff actually, but I wasn't sure who the artist was. And maybe it is him just working in a different style. It's very, very cute art. Oh, these weren't even the ones. So this is different than what I was looking at, to be clear. So this may be him. I haven't seen this. What pieces I was looking at. Oh, down here. It was probably this stuff. I think these were the last ones. This is what I went through first. Yeah, this stuff. This stuff is great. Not sure who the artist was. When I got to the end of the stack, I'll go through them kind of quick, but I'll point out some of the stuff I like. This is exactly where I started. So my original video, and then now this could be Akira Toriyama. This has a little bit of the vibe to me, but it kind of doesn't. Also, it's close. It could be his earlier work or a piece that was done a little quicker. But this is nice. I was actually very complimentary of this piece. The designs are really solid. There's some really good perspective going on with the gear. And it's a nice drawing. Nice little drawing. This is great, too. No, this could be Akira. May not be. It's awesome, though. I'd said when I looked at this piece, this is when I originally had said that you'd be surprised how time-consuming drawing something like this would be. You think because it's so stripped down that it would be easier, but you really got to nail everything. And it's really good storytelling. It's really nice use of perspective on things, and he's moving the camera around well. So there's a lot of more advanced things that just being able to draw a little bit, it's not going to get you through this smoothly. This is all really good. You can just tell that he knows how to draw. And these could be Akira. Like I said, it's giving me the vibe. I thought this stuff was really cute. We'll get into a batch of real cartoony art like this that's really, really nicely done. There's some photos in here. We'll skip through these real quick. And I'll show you the art I was talking about. This story. Some really nice stuff in here. Some really nice drawings. It's really cute. It's funny. Even without being able to read it, I was enjoying it. All the drawings were really nicely done. I was saying that, like, I would love to, if there was an opportunity to buy, like, an oversized artist edition style book of something like this, I would totally get it. It's just because it's fun to see the original art scans of work like this. But it's really, really cool. I thought this page was great. It's just really, really fun art, and it's really nicely drawn. So, not sure who this is. At the end, you'll see there's two names that they list. I would guess one's the writer and one's the artist, but could be a collab. This is a great panel. So good. I freaking love this. These characters right here are just so awesome. And then this is great too. But that's a killer panel. This is all really, really nice. This is a great shot. And this is all good. All right. Let's see what we got here. We'll move through a little bit of this quick because I opened a bunch of new ones. This is nice. Nice drawing. Very, very cool. Alright. Kid's totally naked. It's funny. Okay. I didn't see these the first time. I must have stopped before. This is fun. I mean, I like stuff like this too. I mean, you know, anyone in your life, there's going to be a point where you have nostalgia, and whatever you kind of grew up on ultimately ends up being infinitely interesting the older that you get. And it'll just have kind of a charm to it. It'll remind you of the old times. I don't know if simplicity would be the right word, because obviously if you were born in like 2021, you know, you'd be 21 years old right now, but another 10 or 15 years, I don't know like what what like the nostalgia would be for you, but this just looks fun. It reminds me of like a fanzine or something that you would pick up that was like a supplemental thing. But I think this stuff is really, really fun. And what ends up happening is you acquire like little drawings that maybe weren't in the big book. And I'm not saying that that's what this is. I'm saying that's what it reminds me of. And that's fun stuff, you know, some little fanzine. And it's like, oh man, there was like, did you know there was 15 of his drawings in this one thing? Or like again, I'm a pretty big Dungeons and Dragons nerd. So, you know, like if you have a favorite artist, it'll be like, oh, he did like 7 drawings in the deities and demigods, and in the monster manual, you know, he did this monster and this monster, and you know, it's fun. It's fun to see, it's fun to find, and it's fun to collect. So hopefully people never lose that. It won't ultimately matter to me because I'll be gone, and my fan base is pretty much probably on the same page as I would be in terms of like, even if you're younger than me, you probably are into similar things to some extent. So this is cool. Not sure, like, I don't know if that's supposed to be like an actor or something. Oh, this is great little drawing right here. It's funny. This is funny because this, I don't know why, but this reminded me of like Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit when he was young, before he turned into like Ape Man or whatever he is now. Madmatic. Polaroid. Oh yeah, I remember. I'd seen some of the Polaroid stuff. Now, this kind of looks like Akira's work to me. Polaroid. Okay. We'll go a little fast here for a second. Oh, this is cool. Oh, okay. All right. You guys have a great day. I got to get to work. It's like yesterday, I wasn't even able to really post updates. I had a car in the shop, and I had to sit at a car workshop for a few hours and wait for a car to be done. And then I got home, and I was so burned out from just spending 4 hours in limbo. But I'm gonna get back at it right now. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. I love you all, and more suggestions. It's always fun, man. I love checking out stuff that I haven't seen, and you know, I think it's a good thing to do. All right, later.